Hello students, hope you all are good, and today we will be seeing class function argument, and let's start with the topic. In class object as function argument, we can see two methods, that is pass by value and pass by reference. The basic difference is when the object is passed by value, a copy of actual object is created inside the function. This copy is destroyed when the function terminates. Moreover, any changes made in the copy of the object inside the function are not reflected in the actual object. But in case of pass by reference, only a reference to the object is passed to the function. In this, address of the object is passed to the function. Hence, the any changes made to the object inside the called function is reflected to the actual object as well. Whenever an object of a class is passed to the member function of the same class, its data member can be accessed inside the function using the object name and the dot operator. However, the data members of the class object can be directly accessed inside the function without using the object name or the dot operator. So today what we are going to do, we will simply see a program in which inside the class how we pass the parameters, only the parameters. We in this program now we will see next, which we will now do, we same way as we did with the function, we used to pass the arguments in two methods, pass by value and pass by reference. Same technique we will use for pass by value in the class, but in this program we are not passing the class object, we are just passing the arguments. Okay, so let's see, and then later we will see how objects can also be passed in the arguments. Alright, so let's see how it goes. Now we are going to see a program where we have class name student and three data members and two member functions. So three data members, what you can see here, that is roll, number, subject. And as we know that these data members are the variables inside the class, that is only called data members, and the same way the member functions are the functions inside the class. So there are two member function, input and display. Here you can see we have used private specifier. Under this we have kept all the data members, and under public we have kept the member function, so that we can access the member functions of the class of particular class can access all the private members. So we have kept like this, and now we will see that inside the class, whatever the member function we have, input function, this function has three parameters. Okay, parameters are also the same variables which was when it was outside, like in general it was outside the class and it was variables. When it is brought into the class, it is known as data members, and same variables when declared inside the parenthesis of a function, then it is known as arguments or parameters of function. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are taking three parameters that is sroll, sname and ssub. These three are for receiving the values for role, name and subject. So with this intention we have created these three parameters. Later now only we will see how we will be receiving the values in it. And next is display function, to display these datas or the values of in this data whatever we will receive. Okay, so now the purpose of first input function was to receive data. So these two functions are declared outside the class. Here you can see that class is closed, and class is closed, that is curly braces closed, and with a semicolon we can know that class ends here. Now because we are declaring the function outside the class, so we have already known the format, that is we have to write first of all the return type, and then the class name, scope resolution operator, and the function name. Because the member function input has 3 parameters, so we will write the whole parameters, and here we are also defining the body, so we will not put the semicolon here, and here we have used semicolon because it was the prototype. Now next we can see inside input what we have done. Whatever the values we will get in these variables, we will pass it into the data members, like sroll, whatever the value we will get, we are passing here, that is initializing or assigning the value to roll. And same way here the characters string is there, name is there, so we have taken this strcpy function. Now s name, whatever the variable will be there, here you can see this is s name is also a variable, so we have not used double quotation. Okay, so whatever the value will be in s name will move to name. Same way whatever the value we will get in s sub will move to subject. And here this input function with 3 parameters is ending. Now next what we will do, we are declaring display function. For display function we will do same, whatever the content we received we will just display it. So we have already used the text color pattern, so this is the body of display function. We have changed the color, so that is green, and we want student details to be printed in green, so we have used cprintf. So now whatever the things inside this will be printed in green. Now next is cout name, so this is going to be in same white color because we haven't used cprintf here. So this is in double quotation, /n double quotation colon. So what will be printed, it will move to next line, then name will be printed with some space, colon will be printed, and after that name separator we have separated it, and name. So name is a variable because it doesn't have inverted comma. We understood, or the compiler understands that it is a variable, and whatever the value will be in name will be printed. And endl, we will move to the next line. Same way roll number, subject will also be printed. Okay, fine. So this is display work. So input we have done, display, member function, body definition is done. Now as per the output, we want it to be like the value should be initialized or passed first, and then it will be displayed. So in main function first we will make the object. So clear screen, this will clear the output screen, and then to create object we know that we have to write the class name. So class name is student, and after that stu, whatever we will write will become object. So we have written stu, that means stu is now our object, semicolon. And then first of all we will initialize. So first we will call the input function, and because we already have seen we have used 3 parameters in input function, that is for roll, sroll, then sname and ssub. So in the same sequence we will pass the values here. So now whatever the values we are writing inside the parenthesis is the actual parameter. Previously it was where we have written sname, ssub, and those are the formal parameters. Now these are the actual parameters because whatever the things we will write here will be passed or moved to those variable. So first was sroll. First we have written there sroll, so first value whatever we will write will go to sroll. So we have written 100. 100 is an integer, so we will not put any double quotation. Then comma. Next one was name, s name. So Prerna. This is double quotation we will use because this is a string. And now again after that it was s sub that we have taken for subject, so we have written computer and then close and semicolon. Here input function is called and 3 parameters, which is actual parameters, is passed. That means in this line, as the compiler will come, we have seen already that to call a function or a member function of a class we use object, so stu dot input, and additionally now we are passing also the values. Okay. Now what next? As the compiler will come here, it will go to input. So here is the input definition. So first of all it will see is the name of function is input, yes. Now next it will check is the parameters, number of the parameters are 3, and first one in int, second one in char, and other one is also in char. Okay, so 3 parameters are also there and of same data type. Now what next will happen? sroll will receive 100, s name will receive Prerna, and s sub will receive subject. That means now these values are received by this formal parameter. Now next, after this, next step will be inside the body of function we will enter, and next is sroll. So now sroll, we know that sroll has value 100, so 100 will move to roll. Same way s name has Prerna, so Prerna will also be assigned to name because it is copying, this function copies. So s sub we have computer, so computer will move to subject, and this is closed. So it is closed, so again we will go back to compiler will go back to the next line after input. So after that again we have called display function. So to call a display function, again we have used object stu dot display. Now again we will go to display. So display is over here. So there is no parameter, so just we will see that display name is correct. Okay, this is the correct function, so compiler will know, and then it will execute these lines. So text color green, so it will change the text to green, and we have written C printf here and student details. So in this line student detail will be printed in green, C printf. But after that we have used cout, so again it will be normally printed in white. So /n, so it will move to next line. So what is the output now? See, these all things are being printed now to the output screen. Till now we have just passed the values, we have assigned the values. Now using display function we are printing it. So name Prerna, roll number, roll is there, that is roll what we have passed, 100, subject what we have passed, computer. So double quotation section will be printed same as it is, and that without double quotation will be used to see the value. So whatever the values are in these data variable, it will be printed, and this is closed. So this is what this display function is doing now here. And now after this line, control will move to get ch. So get ch and then close. Now this is how this program will work. So you can imagine what output you will get. Alright, let's see. Compile, success, no error is there, and now run. See, this is the output. We have used green color for student details. In printf c function we have written it, and next we have used cout. So same, name was our constant part, double quotation we have written, then the variable name which contains prerna, same way roll number, same way subject. So this is our output, and this program we have seen in class how we have passed function parameter. Like, so your next lab work is you have to write a program to pass parameters in member function using pass by value method. For example, as we did now, for student details we took three parameters for name, roll number and subject. Same way you do it for employee detail. So you need to take employee name, ID number and designation. So you will follow the same pattern as we did now. So use it and make it for employee details. Pass three parameters and display it. Okay, so do it and we will again see how nicely you come up with your output. Okay, I'm so glad to see that you all are coming with such a nice ways to show your output in interactive and creative way. And in this two output there is two difference. In first one, the things are being displayed one by one, like it is taking the entry and displaying it, again taking the entry and displaying it. So this is one by one step in this first output, where details of 4 employees is being taken, that is name, age and designation. And same way in this second program, all the information is being taken, but at one time all the details for 4 employees is taken, and then finally it is being displayed. So this is the two difference between these two output. And but the question was same, using class array and class object array you have done this. So good, and everybody can do, it's just a matter of practice. So try it, all are doing good. I also got few more output, and nice that you all are doing it, and continue to do good job.